What's going on, everybody? Eli here, sponsored BFTS Athlete. Today, I'm here to talk to you about how I went from this to this. Now, I'm going to go over about 5 points that it takes to lose the weight that I lost. And starting with number 1, counting your calories. Counting your calories. The reason this is so important because of something called a basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Basically, the amount of calories you need to consume to maintain your exact weight right now. So, let's say your BMR is right here. Whoa, this is like 2,200 calories right here. And you're not counting your calories, but you're trying to lose weight. Oh, I'm eating healthy. I'm eating all these healthy foods and I'm not losing weight. All right, but if you're eating more than your basal metabolic rate, you're gaining weight, or you're probably just maintaining your weight. If you're not counting your calories, you don't know what's under here. Now, how to find your basal metabolic rate, that's a completely different video. I'm not talking about that today. But if you do not count your calories, if you do not know how the calories you're putting into your body affect your weight, then you are not going to lose weight unless you just, by accident, are consuming less calories than you should be, which happens most of the time, but at the same time, you sacrifice muscle tissue instead of just trying to strip the fat off. Number 2 is genetics and effort. Now, a guy like me, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, I have good genetics for losing weight. I'm a predominantly skinny person. Now, for me to put on weight, it was a struggle. I went from about 140-ish to about 175, the picture you saw earlier. I went from there, I bulked up, but that took me about 8-9 months. To lose that weight, it took me about 10 to 12 weeks. Now, for somebody who is on the heavier side and predominantly heavier, you're going to have a tougher time than me losing weight. So, you need to put in 110% effort into your diet. I put 110% effort into my diet, and I already have a decently easy time losing weight. So you can imagine the results that I see, as you saw. Now, a person who is heavier, you're not going to see as quick results as me. Your road's going to be a little harder, and I'm sorry. That's just how it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's just how it is. So you have to be mentally strong enough to sustain your diet. Now, I don't recommend anybody diet for more than 12 to 16 weeks. So over that course of time, you need to make every day count. You need to make sure you're doing your cardio, eating the right foods, counting your calories, and you're going to see the results that you are going to see. Sacrifice. Now, as we all know, summer just passed, and this summer is when I chose to do my diet. Now, you could imagine the sacrifice I had to make, not being able to eat at July 4th, anything, Memorial Day, anything that involves food, I wasn't able to do. I was sitting there eating my tilapia brown rice and my protein shakes with water. Yay! But, it's not very exciting, it's not very glamorous, and you feel like shit, but those 12 to 16 weeks that you're dieting, you have to sacrifice. You have to. If you don't sacrifice, you're just going to keep setting yourself back. And especially for somebody who's on the obese side, sacrificing these 12 to 16 weeks could put potentially 5 to 6 years on your life. If you've been eating like a slob your whole life, eating processed food, stuff like this, it's not going to be easy, but you're going to have to sacrifice to not eat those foods anymore. I don't know how other way to put it, but if you do not sacrifice, you will find yourself very, very, very frustrated and dieting a lot longer than you should be. Number 4 is preparing your food. Now, I work as a trainer in New York City, and I live in Staten Island. As you know, anybody who lives in New York should know, to get from Staten Island to New York, you have to either drive or take the ferry. Minimum an hour and a half commute. So, I need to wake up extra early, prepare my food, and make sure I have everything that I need for the day to make sure I don't fall off my diet. Now, some people might seem extreme, it might seem any type of way, but I lost 30 pounds. I lost the 30 pounds you've been trying to lose. So maybe you need to do something a little extreme. Who knows? But I knew for a fact every day I had my food with me. It was boring. I was in New York City. I was surrounded by all types of food that I know I could be eating. McDonald's, Five Guys, all these great places. But I have my food with me and I'm set. Now, if you don't prepare your food and you try to wing it and you try to eat out and shit like that, you're gonna fall off. You're gonna fall off. You're without a doubt, you're gonna fall off. because of what I said in my first point, you don't know what's in that food. If when you cook all your food and you weigh it, you know exactly what's in it. You know what seasoning is in it. If you go to, let's say, a deli and you ask him for a bacon, egg, and cheese, you don't know what he seasoned the bacon with. You don't know how many grams of carbs is in the type of bagel. You don't know how fresh the bagel is. You don't know what's in. You don't know what's in there. I mean, it is a bacon, egg, and cheese. How much could it really be? But at the same time, it's just an example. So weigh your food, prep it in the morning, and take it with you. Sacrifice. Get down. Get dirty. It's a sacrifice and it's a struggle. But if you really want to lose this type of weight, this is what you have to do. Number 5 is do not be too hard on yourself. Dieting is a very physically, mentally, and emotionally draining activity. And you're going to have cravings, and nobody's perfect. You're going to cheat. It's going to happen. And you just have to remember not to be too hard on yourself. It's a long road, and it's not going to get done overnight, and one cheat meal is not going to kill you. Now, if you were under a coach or a trainer like myself, and you have scheduled cheat meals, obviously that's different, but I'm talking about cheating when you're not supposed to be cheating. You're going to feel guilty, and just don't be too hard on yourself, because it doesn't need to be any more emotionally draining than it already is, because trust me, it's very emotionally draining, very physically demanding. Don't be too hard on yourself. Know that it's going to come to an end at one point. It's going to be done. It's going to be over, and you're going to be able to eat whatever you want again. Much everybody for watching my video on how I lost this weight. If you could do me a huge favor, please, smack that subscribe button, throw a like. My Instagram is in the bio. So is my Facebook. I will see you guys later. Peace.